Hello and welcome to Conner vs. Cobb, the podcast with a steadily growing listenership.
Are we out of the single digits yet? Or are we still firmly in single digits?
We're in the triples.
We're not. There's
No, we are.
way.
Yeah. We're in the triples. we're just. I wouldn't say we're in the high triples.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about we're in a position where you could round up
to 1,000? No. No. When we first started, we were in the quadruples. But then once YouTube came at us, we've dropped severely. But we're in the low hundreds. Okay.
Well, this is on
fine.
you because you're so political. You can't help yourself but just mouth off at every opportunity.
Right.
Basically, just you get some, bullshit off of Rachel Maddow and start spouting it like it's your own.
My way or the highway.
This is what happens. Yeah.
All right.
That's
the way I see it. Hey, can I ask you something that's just occurred to me that's kind of crazy? You know, dogs, their sense of smell is like 1,000 times better than us, right?
Yeah.
Something
Who
like
doesn't
that.
know that? Yes.
But no, we all know this, right? Which is why, my dog freaks out if I open cheese or if I start cooking bacon or something like that.
Oh, bacon,
he freaks out. He loves it, right? What a great sense of smell. But he also loves the smell of shit. Explain that. You would think that if their smell is 1,000 times better, they would be 1,000 times more repulsed by shit.
You would think so. And I've answered this same question. My kids have both asked me this question. Actually, that's not true. Only my daughter has asked me this question. My son, this past Saturday, asked if his eggs were ever going to be on top of his penis or if they would always be below. He's like, I found eggs under my penis. And Amy did. I didn't know. I didn't even want to be part of this conversation. But I was down the hall and Amy just out loud was like, well, that sounds like something that your father can talk to you about. And she just threw me under the bus and I walk in on a freight train.
This doesn't sound anything like my dog question.
What? No, wait, what?
You said this is the same thing as why.
No, I was correcting myself because I mistakenly said both kids have asked that question.
Oh.
And then I said, no, just my daughter. My son's last question is, where are my balls ever going to be on top of my penis?
Do you think dogs are getting some sort of fragrant undertones?
I think that they just
poop that we're not getting,
to use a word that is not going to be the best word. It just gets more information. It goes beyond the level of our sense of odor and smell. It's beyond that. It's like the Matrix and shit. That's what happens when a dog smells stuff. It just so much more information than just
they're decoding a painting. To them, it's like a Jackson Pollock, and they see something in it that others don't see.
Yeah, they're chat GBTing it. You and I are just like, okay,
we're looking at Monet's like bacon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It just it understands it on just a whole other level than we do. We're pedestrian at best.
I guess so, man. It's just baffling where I'm like, all right, dude, you love bacon, but you also love poop. I don't get your nose.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've bound to other
You've
people
done your best.
Bound to have said that on stage in the 80s. I think that the dog wouldn't just say this smells gross. The dog would be like, okay, which dog is this? I'm going to find that dog and then I'm going to tame it myself.
All right, Nick. Fine. What's next?
What?
I was trying to start off with something fun and silly about a dog. And you went all Bill Nye on us. Ruined the whole show.
This is why we only have triple digits. So Tony, Jingle Master Tony, who hasn't written a jingle for us in a long time.
It's like he takes his name for granted.
He was just messaging me that every time he goes to one of your shows, for some reason it doesn't work out. And then a couple of days later, He says, I feel like I'm living in a hypothetical where I got my daughter in exchange for every comedy show I buy tickets for ends up getting canceled.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I guess it's worth it. Then he asked, would I want to gain the power to read minds, but it only works on people that genuinely like you? So you know who likes you and you know who doesn't like you.
So, I mean, that's like going to your own funeral.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I don't think it's that bad. I mean,
I think that's way better than you can read minds, but only people who hate you. Who wants that?
Yeah, that's true. The flip side
it would be awful. It would be terrible. Why would that be appealing? You just want people fucking throwing hate speech at you all day?
Yeah, and then you're like, okay, this person is quiet. I don't have to hear it, but I also know that they don't, I'm not their cup of tea. Yeah. Okay, fine. It seems like you're just getting positive reinforcement all the time, and he makes the point of like, well, what if you're going to bed one night and your wife's not thinking about you? You can't read her mind. It's like, all right. I mean, but then it's a gray area. Is she just pissed about something? Or does she really not love you anymore?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, bottom line is yes.
Yeah. Then he asked, Nick, what's your take on kids at breweries? One of my favorite pastimes is trolling the childless adults at breweries who cry about the kids. And then he says Ryan is going to be a bitter, childless adult about this.
No, bring your kids to the brewery. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't. I think it's just a matter. It comes down to need for me.
Yeah,
like childless adults don't need breweries. Parents need breweries because you're basically at a playground, and you can have a couple of beers without CPS being called, but you can't take them into a bar.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Bringing kids to like a little dingy bar, don't do that. Not good for the kids. Brewery, yeah, it's fun. They got there's stuff for the family there. That's great. I wholeheartedly support that. I can't
like
believe you think that I wouldn't.
They took a page from like the dentist lobby playbook of like dedicate one corner of, you've got your picnic tables, you got one corner with like a big old Connect 4 set.
Yeah, I think it probably, I think it's good because I think it probably keeps people in check. I think if there weren't kids there, there'd be a lot more chug offs. There'd be a lot more people going over the limit. Yep.
Tony's gonna be so disappointed that he pegged you wrong.
Yeah, he sure did.
You agree.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
He agrees with you. He made that point of like it keeps the creeps away.
Yeah. I think you should have kids and dogs at breweries.
Yeah, not my
family
dog.
affair.
It should be, right? It should be like a big picnic, basically.
Love it. Love it. That's the only thing that can get me to a brewery.
If kids?
It was, well, no. Just if it's that kind of feeling to it. If it's like, hey, you want to go to the place where everyone's chugging beers? I'm not interested.
The chugging beers doesn't bother me.
If it's like no, I don't care if someone's chugging, but you know what I'm saying. If it's something where everybody's drunk, I don't want to go. But if it feels like a family atmosphere, I'm in.
I agree on both, but not so much the chugging. To me, it's like the intellectual conversations about the beer itself that I don't care. I just don't care about. I just don't care. Do I think breweries are cool? Sure. Am I like into beer and want to, try out every IPA in the city? No, I just don't care. That's the part that bothers me about breweries. And I think having kids around knocks that down substantially. I mean, I understand if I'm being invited to a brewery that I'm going to have to endure some of that, at least 5 minutes. And they will learn really soon.
Are people
that
really
I can't speak beer?
Are people really going in on it, or are they just saying like, "Oh, this one's good"?
Are you kidding? Have you never had one of these conversations?
Like the raspberry in this? No, not really. I mean, Rachel used to be like a drink writer, and she'll be like, "Oh, this one's, I really like this sour," or something like that. But she's not doing like a dissertation on it.
Oh, you've never hung out with one of the beer bros that like you basically get the TED Talk at the picnic table and just breaking down all the science behind it and how long how long they were. I can't even explain it. I'd have to know something about it to explain it.
Yeah, I don't like that. I cook. I cook a lot. I don't do brewing or anything like that, but I cook a lot, and sometimes I'll cook fancy, but I don't like talking about it. I'm just like, here's your food. If you have any questions, ask me.
Yeah, those are the best ones.
Yeah.
I got to tell you something, man. Here in this area, they have something about a week before Halloween called Trunk or Treat, where if you have kids, they can go and do basically Halloween before Halloween, and it's in the parking lot of the school or the church or whatever.
Okay.
So we go to my kids' school's parking lot, and there's a bunch of cars there, and people decorate their trunks. And sometimes it'll have, most of the time, like Ghostbusters or Harry Potter or whatever. Mm-hmm. And people are dressed up, and they'll give out candy, out of their trunks and what have you, and play games and stuff. And, they love it. And so it was great. They just got a bunch of, Snickers bars and stuff. And then they go up to one guy who gives them each a coupon for Texas Roadhouse. And he goes, "This is for 20% off on the kids' meal." And he wasn't kidding. He was as sincere as the day is long. And the bad part is,
which one of your kids was more excited to get a kid's sirloin? Which? Oh, Dad, can we get a sirloin?
My son can't read yet, so I had to explain to him what it was. He's like, "Oh, what is this? Is this?" I'm like, "Well, it's not candy. Okay, it's not." Like a month ago, my kids Amy came home with this stuff called like paper candy. It's like Post-it notes that are candy.
Okay.
And so he was thinking like, this is candy. And I'm like, no, it's
oh my God.
Just a coupon.
Charlie, let me ask you a question. You ever thrown peanut shells on the floor? Did you like it?
So get this. I turn around to this guy with my kids walking away, really deflated. And I'm like, "Man, why don't you just give away candy?" Yeah. And he goes, and this is what he says. He goes, "It's because the candy runs out so fast. They all want candy. It just runs out so fast. So I thought I would go with these coupons and they would last
This is incredible." Do you know, dude, do you know what I'm going to say? Do you remember the PA that we had? No, this is before your time on Ridiculousness. We had a PA many years ago, like 9-10 years ago. This dude would, I'm not exaggerating. He would have 6 different kinds of milk every week. He would put 6 gallons of different types. He would do skim, 1%, 2%, whole, oat, almond, and coconut. So 7 different types of milk in the fridge, all kinds of just random stuff. And I remember he did ranch sunflower seeds. He would do all these things that no one could possibly want. Okay. And I remember we talked to him. It wasn't just me. It was like also executive producers. And we're like, "Hank, can you please get pistachios and cashews for us?" And he goes, "No, I can't."
No, he didn't.
I swear to God. And Sherry was like, "Hank, I don't want to pull rank here, but I'm your boss. I'm really asking that you get pistachios and cashews. You can keep getting all the milk you want, but I don't know that we need it because we throw most of it away. Like, you definitely don't need 1% and 2%. But I'm asking that you get the pistachios and cashews." And he goes, "But if I get those things, people will just eat them." So he was like intentionally getting stuff that no one wanted so he wouldn't have to replace them.
That's beautiful. That's great.
Well, dude, if I just get Texas Roadhouse coupons, no kids will want them.
It's
and then they won't come back next year.
He thought his logic was sound. He's like, "Look around. Everybody else is out of their candy, and we still have a ton of these coupons." My God, man.
I just hand out carpentry screws. And I never run out.
It was just I saw all these kids walking
God.
around holding these coupons, asking their parents, like, why did I get this coupon?
It's
I was just
incredible,
hoping for,
dude.
like, an almond joy. But which, by the way, I don't understand. You said that he got almond milk. Almond milk had its day, and
Yeah.
I don't even understand how it had its day. It's disgusting. The fact that some people will just drink a glass of milk is crazy to me, like Aaron Conroy. But a glass of almond milk,
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with your tongue. Like, why are you? It's some people even put it in coffee. I put it in coffee a
That's
couple times. So,
wild.
like, it's disgusting.
That's wild stuff. I've had homemade almond milk that's fine in certain scenarios, but it's got to be with something that almonds go with. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm stuck on the fact that you've had homemade almond milk.
Yeah, I mean, I made it.
Wow. Okay. All right.
It's easy. You just grind raw almonds and you soak it in water, and then you put it through 2 levels of strainer, and it's significantly better than store bought. But I agree with your point.
You have
Why
so
are we
much
doing
time.
this? I don't need it. Well,
Yeah.
no, it was a necessity at the time. It had to be done. It was a Crohn's thing.
So you think it's insane too?
Oh
He's
yeah,
like, okay, 20% off, not even free kids meal.
yeah.
20% off of a kids meal.
It's crazy. They're requiring that you go to Texas Roadhouse and spend. This is the move of an assistant manager at Texas Roadhouse who wants to be made manager. Like he's marking the coupons so that he can track them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, look how many I got. How'd you do it?
Yeah.
Oh, I went to a trunk or treat. I was almost convinced for a second, like he was just parked in the lot, and then the trunk or treat happened when he was just parked there, and he started giving his mail away. That's what I was starting to think. Here's a Visa bill,
Voter guides. Hey kids, here you can learn about Prop 5.
Trick or treat. He's like, here's a penny saver.
Let me ask you something, Nick.
Yeah. Please.
What's it like to live in the suburbs? Just kidding. That was a question I heard someone actually ask, and I just saw it in an old note. Did people stop doing this crap, or are we just older now? So we're not hanging out with people who are like judgmental like that.
Yeah, asking condescending questions to their peers. Yeah, it's just not something that you would ask someone who's older than you, who has a family. Like if you're asking somebody like that, what it's like in the suburbs. I mean, you need to take a long look in the mirror.
Was the thing. At least when we lived in New York, it was like it was like people had a real issue with suburbs, and they would say it with this scorn in their voices, as if like, hey, people just live where it makes sense for them to live. But then the criticism there would go down. It was like 2 blocks. Like you could be like, you say if you're like, yeah, I live in Bed-Stuy, and they're like, I live in Bushwick. You know what I mean? And then if you live in Bushwick, they'd be like, what part of Bushwick? And if you're not on their exact block or in their building, they'll still find a reason to say that you're bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, you live down the hall from me? That's fucked up, dude. That's a really stupid place to live.
You took the
You
guest
gotta live
room?
on the east side of the hall, not the west side of the hall.
Yeah, I mean, had you stayed in New York, where would you have moved to?
I don't know, man.
I imagine you seem to me like you'd be an upstate guy. You'd eventually go upstate.
I don't know.
I mean, not like Yonkers. I mean, far beyond that, You go upstate, you'd have like a little farm, some chickens or something, and then every once in a while you come down.
I like being on the edge of the mix. I don't like being right in the middle of the mix. I like being on the edge of the mix. I like having privacy, but still being 10 minutes from going to see a concert or something.
I mean, you'd have that in upstate New York. I mean, that's what people have done. Most people that we know that stayed there are not, they're not still in the city.
Yeah, I don't know.
Moved to Long Island.
My friend Mike is in Bronxville. Loves it.
You know what? I don't know exactly where Bronxville is.
Bronxville is very nice though. It's like next to Yonkers and Tuckahoe. But yeah.
Yonkers,
Anyway.
I just have this knee jerk, kind of like how I have with amaretto. If I ever smell amaretto, I can't. I have to leave the room. Yonkers too.
Because of
There's
the
just
raceway.
yeah, because of the show at the Raceway. For a long time, and it's definitely still top three. Like it was the single worst set I've ever done. And just it's because the crowd it's just apathy.
Let
They
me
don't care about being in that room.
let me can I provide some context? We may have mentioned it here before, but I don't think so. There's a show, it's the Yonkers Raceway. Yonkers is just north of the Bronx, by car without traffic, about 35 minutes from Manhattan where I lived when I did the show. And most of the spots you do in the city pay like 25 to 50 bucks. So when you get offered the spot at the Raceway, which I think paid $700 or $800 to feature,
Yeah,
it's stupid to not do it when it's like a half hour.
and it's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday.
You're not missing anything really.
They send a car for you.
Send a limo for you.
Yeah, limo. Yeah, and it's like it's only a couple hours of your time. It doesn't even take more time than doing a spot in Park Slope. You can leave right after your set.
It takes a little more time.
I mean, a little bit more, but you know what I'm saying. It's not like a crazy out of town gig.
That is one of its saving graces. Is that as bad as it is, it doesn't have to be your whole night.
Yeah,
You could still make a late night set somewhere else and like redeem yourself.
or go to bed at a reasonable time.
No, that's not going to happen.
So anyway, you book the show and you're like, oh, this is easy money in town.
Pay
you
for
take
your
the
flight.
train there, and it's it's a casino, but let me explain to you. It's not a Vegas. It's not like a Vegas casino or Atlantic City casino. It's like when you clientele wise, it's like when you get to Vegas and you stop at a gas station and they have slot machines.
Yeah.
It's that clientele who are at the gas station, and they do it in a ballroom that's large enough to host the Super Bowl.
Yeah, every time I'm there, I'm like, I have never performed for a smaller crowd in a bigger room.
It's wild.
Yeah.
When you walk in, it's a 30-second walk from the door to the stage, and the seats are arranged around the stage on the other side of the room. No curtains anywhere. They had TV screens. You remember they would have TV screens, so just in case you can't see the stage, you can look at the screen. But it's like, buddy, this could be in a Starbucks. There's 40 people here in a room that holds 2,000.
Oh, it's terrible.
And they're all in their, like, they're at least 130 years old.
If you ever need a palate cleanse because you've had so many good sets in a row, go up to Yonkers and you'll get humble real fast.
I think I've told you this. When I was there, my buddy Dave Siegel hosted, bombed. I featured, bombed. The headliner killed. He was a crowd work guy who went by, let me change the name of the show so I'm not exactly identifying someone. You may know this guy as the audience warm-up guy for Wolfgang Puck. I'll just say it was Rachel Ray. Let's just be accurate.
Right.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, you might know him. You may have watched the audience warm-up guy.
What are the chances that someone at the Yonkers Raceway has also been to a taping of Rachel Ray?
Of Rachel Ray, and remembered the guy who was giving away free T-shirts during audience warm-up.
Remember the guy with the T-shirt cannon?
Guys, if you don't know, audience warm-up, you might think, oh, that's like stand-up before the show. It is not stand-up at all. So TV shows, when they have a studio audience, they need to keep the audience hot the whole time, because sometimes tapings can go a while and you don't want like cold pockets in the crowd. So the audience warm-up person, instead of doing jokes, and I've seen people try jokes and it does not work, they'll just go, "Who's from Van Nuys?" And then they applaud for Van Nuys. And they're like, "Do we have any Scorpios here?" And some people will apply. And then, "Who doesn't like Scorpios?" And then they boo.
Oh, no, this guy over here. Yeah.
"Who likes the Apple Store?" They applaud. "I like the Apple Store because, I got the iPhone, I got this, and then if you lose it, you press the thing to find it. So whoever makes the most noise in the next 10 seconds will get a $10 gift card to Apple." And people lose their minds, and they go, "In an hour and a half, we will pass out granola bars."
Yeah, it's more like being a yell leader, I guess.
Yeah, what is that?
And a yell leader, the guys who work alongside the cheerleaders.
Is that what that's called?
With the
I thought
big
that was
old
just a
cone.
male cheerleader.
Probably.
A yell leader?
That's what I heard. Yeah, yell leader, like using the cone. I don't know. Maybe that's not woke.
Let me see. Maybe that's not.
Maybe.
Aggies yell leaders.
The warm up crew for Let's Make
A&M,
a Deal was.
It
tough.
looks like Texas A&M calls them that, but no one else does. So you got it right.
I'm right with the Aggies.
Yeah.
When we went Let's Make a Deal, they had some warm ups, and the introductions for the warm up, there was like multiple levels of warm ups.
Uh-huh.
One person would come out, do a little announcement, and then give this huge build up of an intro for the next warm up person.
Shut up.
And then there was a huge, man, this next one was like, you're not going to believe this next person.
No way. How long was the total
She's
taping
been a warm
that
up
they needed?
for however long. She's just the best in the biz. I've never seen anyone like it. And she just came out and then yelled and asked people's names, and they want butter on their popcorn. It was just the same. It's just everyone was doing the same thing.
But this person asked if there's anyone named Brad, better than everyone.
Yeah, better than everybody. Yeah.
Anyone here named Brad? Do we have any Brads? We got 3 Brads. Hey, do you guys think there are more Adams or Brads here? Adam? Okay. Raise your hand if your name is Adam. We're not accepting middle names, only first names.
This guy's going to come out and ask every single person if they're married or not. And then we got another guy that's going to come out and ask how long you've been married. It's just wait for him.
Can anyone here do a flip? Can anyone here do did you used to be able to do a flip? All right. Well, Rachel Ray's going to come out in the next 15 minutes.
It lasted so long that I'm just like, what is Wayne Brady doing?
I know.
What are you doing right now?
Why don't we start later?
You don't have lines that you have to learn? Just come out. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. What are you doing all that time? To me, it's almost like when a wedding starts late. You know what I mean? It's like you guys were planning this for a year. And you're 15 minutes late? How?
That's a good point. Yeah.
You had a whole year. And you're like, "Oh, dude, we got everything except we're going to be look, we had 365 days, but we are going to be 15 minutes behind." How?
Yeah, no, that's a really good point, actually. I like that point. Oh, man.
Hey, thanks, Nick. Thanks.
I got nothing else on that because it's just kind of like I don't want to say it's so true, but that's exactly what it is.
Dude,
like, it's just so true.
Can I make a very positive point about my new house?
Yeah, that'll be the first time.
Because we had a lot of landlord talk on this podcast. My old landlord, who, he did a second opinion on a carbon monoxide leak. New landlord not doing that. She's great.
Nice.
Funny thing is we've had to get a drywall out here, a drywall guy, because it's a new house and he drywalled over a window.
What? Really?
Yeah. And she's been trying to get him to come out for since the beginning of September, and he keeps setting times and no showing.
Wow, but she's on top of it.
Well, yeah. I mean, she's constantly like, I'm trying to get him to come out, and then like she doesn't hear back. But she's like, the thing with drywall people. She's like, you have to have someone good, because if they're not good, they mess it up and you can tell forever. And she's like, this guy is really good. He's just very unreliable. So we get a text from
Maybe
her.
he's in demand.
We get a text from her at 7:50 this morning. She's like, I'm so sorry for this late notice, but he said he's going to be there at 8 today. And like, we've been waiting on him this whole time, and then he doesn't show.
What? Did he even give like a 4-hour window type thing?
No. No, but then she texts us at like 9:30. She was like, I saw on the ring camera there's a white truck outside. Maybe that's him. And then she's like, oh, looks like this person drove away.
Actually, you reminded me, man. This roofer was supposed to come last Monday, and no dice. And after 3 or 4 days, he's like, "Yeah, we may get out there," and just nothing. But apparently, he's so good, we can't possibly go with another roofer.
This guy can do a roof.
I'm just still waiting. Like, why can't you just say, "Hey, I'm not going to fix your roof today"? Just anything,
dude. One of the worst days of my life, but also probably most rewarding, if we want to be like that about it. When I was in, it was sometime in high school. My dad had me help him like redo his roof on a big house. Not big, but it was a big roof. You know what I mean?
Small house, huge roof.
It doesn't really make sense, does it?
No, it doesn't.
But not like a bungalow. It was, it was a good size house. And
my dad is Dutch. He has a very small house and a
enormous roof.
They're like, you really don't need that in LA. That's true, but he is more true to his roots.
It's like a shoebox with a fucking I don't have an analogy here, but I was gonna say something gigantic across it, and I lost it.
It's all right, man. I'm off my game too.
Anyway, middle of the summer in Virginia, he had me remove all the shingles from his house.
And you didn't like it?
Didn't like it. Also, I have a fear of heights, so it was really fun.
I had to remove the shingles off of a house in Australia once, and the old man that hired me, when he like just walked into the hostel I was staying at, is like, he just walks in and he's like, who all wants to work for a whole day? And me and 6 dudes just climb into this guy's van. We went there for 2 weeks. And every once in a while, we'd have a tea break. And once a day, he would go, I want to welcome you guys to the University of Labor. And then he'd take a shovel and start digging really aggressively, or like doing twice as many shingles per minute that I would. But he'd only do it for about 10 seconds. He's like, this is the pace that I want you unshingling. Is it de-shingling? Unshingling? Whatever.
It probably doesn't matter in the end.
It was super hot. It was Australia in their summer.
Dude, and the heat on that, the tar on the roof, oh my God. Anyway,
you don't love it?
I don't love it. I hear that you have hypothetical questions for me.
I want to ask you something. I wanted to tell you that I am a little off my game because Panera just sent me a credit card application. I just don't know what's going on with the world.
What do you mean?
They're just all like,
it's like a reward. They have a Panera reward.
I didn't
card
look
kind
at
of
it, man. It's just like the debit card and Applebee's.
Oh my God.
I don't want to think about it. I just want to bury my head in the sand and pretend like, Big Lots isn't trying to sign me up into a Roth. Like I don't like it. Let me see. Yeah, I've got a bunch. Kai and, as we've talked about before, Kai and Jingle Master Tony know each other through us. We're essentially their avatars. If only they were both like rich and paying us to communicate, kind of like a weird futuristic therapy. But they send me a lot of hypotheticals. Do you want to hear Tony's or Kai's first?
Oh man, it's hard to say. Let's hear Tony's.
Oh no, I already asked you Tony's. It was the
Okay,
one
let's
about
hear
the
Kai's.
Kai's got a bunch. Here's one of them. I think it's easy personally, but would you rather receive $50 every time you tell someone that you had sex with a dude, or you never have to wait in line for anything ever again? Disneyland, DMV, on hold with Xfinity, whatever. Which one?
What? I don't understand the question.
Okay, let's just chop off the second part. Would you be willing? Okay, it's $50 every single time you tell a stranger that you've had sex with a dude. Do you do it? Do you want
get
that gig?
50 cents?
$50.
$50.
Yeah.
If you tell someone that. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Kai's asking, would you want that opportunity you have to just every time you tell a stranger, tell anybody. I mean, I guess it can't be Rachel or people you know.
Right. I don't know.
You get $50.
It just seems like a lot to deal with. I don't think I'd do it.
I think you are crazy not to jump on this opportunity.
But what do you do? I'm not 100% sure I understand.
You just tell a stranger I fucked a dude, and you get $50.
Just say that sentence.
That's it.
Are there limits?
Look, if there is
are there limits?
No, I don't think so. And it's like one per person, obviously. You can't say the same thing to Rachel 100 times a day.
And it's strangers.
Yeah. This is the most obvious, like, get a job at a drive-thru for a day.
Yeah.
You'll probably get fired, but...
Yeah. I think so. I didn't fully understand what was happening. I thought you had to do it. I thought you were saying you got to do it for $50. I'm like,
there is still
awful.
A human toll booth operator out there.
Yeah.
You get that job. You would probably have to kick back about $500 a day, and so you'd never lose the job. But after a few, I mean, how many people are you seeing a day to make change? Like and they have to keep going. How easy would that be? Like, oh, you need change for $1. I fucked a dude, and then they're just like, okay, keep moving. Like it's just. It's the easiest hypothetical I've ever heard, and I told him so. And then he tried to shame me about it, but I'm not going to be shamed.
You just sit in a mall food court and just say it to everyone who passes.
Yes. Now, but excuse me, what? I mean, you get kicked out.
And you just go, just saying I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's fine. I misunderstood the question at first. I thought you were saying you had to do it also, and I'm like, this is crazy. This is an insane question.
Would you rather have that ability? I'm going to amp it up for life. You can do it whenever you choose, right? Whenever you need $50, this is what you can do. Or you get $200,000 for the next year. Whenever you enter into a room, What If God Was One of Us plays really loud right over your head. Everybody knows it's you. And it plays for 20 seconds.
I do that for free.
You do What If God Was One of Us? And it comes in.
I love it. I think
the line
that's hysterical.
that starts is like a slob like one of us.
A slob like one of us. Yeah, let's do it.
You do that for $200,000 rather than $50 every time for life?
Easy. Every time I walk in a room that plays, what's the problem?
Yeah. All right. Fine. Okay. You weren't pleased with that. Here's one. So.
You weren't pleased with that?
So I feel like his would you rathers are super complicated, but I'm going to go slow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You gain a safe of summoning. It's a standard size hotel safe in your bedroom closet. 5 times a day, anything you can think of will appear in the safe. The downside is you have to designate 2 family members and 3 friends that don't know you anymore. They just don't know who you are. No. That's one of the choices of the would you rather.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
That's one side. The other side is, well, think again. Hang on. The other side is you receive the power to rewind time exactly 24 hours, But to gain the power, you need to form a tight seal with your lips around Rosie O'Donnell's butthole and inhale a fart. That's recorded and leaked onto the internet forever. Your face is clearly visible. Which one of those two insane scenarios?
I'm gonna go with the first one.
Okay, the one that you just said you wouldn't do.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit better than the second one. The second one was one of the craziest things I've ever heard in my life.
So you'd rather lose two family members and friends, like they're not dead, but they don't know who you are, for life.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot that's the...
Then do the Rosie O'Donnell internet and
could I not... thing. Do I have to do one of them? Why do I have to do this?
I don't know. We're creating content.
Do you have to do it? Or is it just me?
You. It's for you. I'll answer too.
What would you do?
I guess... I don't really care about the safe of summoning, actually. I really don't care.
I don't need that either.
I don't really need it. But
I also don't want to do that other thing.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's super hard. I'm struggling with it too.
I think I have to do the first one. I think you have to.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think anyone would understand that.
Distant family members. I mean, I know one family member I don't care about talking to anyway. So,
Nick is salty about the IRA.
I am. So did you choose? You chose the second one?
I chose no, I'm doing the first one. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Are there more?
This is only if you want me to read them. There's a lot.
Let's do one more. This is hilarious. Okay. That was a crazy one.
Yeah, it was. This one's simple. Would you rather be the world's best hacky sack?
Yeah.
We'll call you an artist. You're the best hacky sack artist. It's like a performance art. You're amazing at hacky sack. Or receive discount home court Bulls tickets for, 20 games one season.
Is this real? Is that the whole question? Of course.
Yeah, that's the whole question.
Of course, tickets.
You wouldn't want... I would rather be the hacky sack artist.
Oh, God.
To be the best one.
What do you do with that? What do you do with that?
Then you're all about monetizing.
No, I'm about enjoying things. No, you're the one who's about monetizing. You're talking about being the world's best hacky sacker. Like you're going to flip that into something. I just want to watch basketball.
Look, every single Halloween I read about dudes that are like awesome pumpkin carvers, and they'll go and do corporate events for like $5,000 and carve a pumpkin, and they talk about how they're getting, carpal tunnel, and like I can't wait till October is done and all that. You're telling me you can't get some of that with being the world's best hacky sacker?
I just don't. I wouldn't care. Look, hackies. I can juggle a soccer ball all day long, right? But it's not even that enjoyable to just juggle.
Are you the best?
No, of course not. I'm not in that. I can't do something. I can't do crazy stuff. But I would have just it just doesn't appeal to me. People would hacky sack in college, and I'd be like, okay, I kick it once or twice and walk away. It's just not appealing. It also the subculture around it, or just the culture around it, of like I don't know. Did you ever play Ultimate Frisbee? Do you know this game?
But no. I understand what you're getting at here. But you come in like who? Oh my God! It's Ryan Conner.
I just don't care to be in this world.
Your own hacky sacks, like the Ryan's hacky sacks.
I don't care to be in this world. Look, I'm gonna tell you a story.
But you're the king of it.
I used to play basketball like every day in college, and this guy who lived in my hall, Mike. He was an Ultimate Frisbee player. One day, I'm biking back from the field house where I've just played basketball, and he's like, "Hey, play Ultimate with us," as they would just say, as they were low on people. And I was like, I don't know how to play, but the people who were playing this were not athletes, right? Not that people who actually play it aren't, but these people are not athletes. They're like D&D people who are like, let's play a version of a sport. So
that sounds like that was the beginning of Ultimate Frisbee. You're right.
Yeah. So he's like, let's just play. You'll figure it out. I played for about 5 minutes.
It's a good sport right there.
Yeah, I know, right? I played for about 5 minutes before I quit because everyone was yelling at me because I kept breaking the rules because I didn't understand the rules.
Yeah.
Where it's like you can't take a step, you can't do all these things. And anyway, that's the same people who are in hacky sacks.
Yeah,
that's
like when a family plays taboo. I completely agree. I've seen that so many times where, and that's kind of how my first ultimate frisbee thing was I would start to play and then everybody's awesome and your teammates hate you and you're like, you asked me to come and play so that you could play.
Yes.
And now you're like, this dude tackled me. I didn't even know you could do that in this game.
It's like if you ask someone to play Risk with you and then you didn't tell any of the rules and then you don't like that they don't understand how to play.
Yes.
It's like,
and you know what? In hindsight, I think I've done this a lot to other people.
I'm like, this is complicated. It is the opposite of every sport I've ever played. Where it's like you're only allowed to run when you don't have the ball or the frisbee or whatever.
I just love the idea.
You can't touch anyone. It was like, what are the rules here?
And they're just yelling at you like, Ryan,
dude,
get your head in the game.
Do you know how weird it is to get yelled at by people who've never played a sport in their life? And they're like, you don't know how to play the sport.
Yeah. And then you're walking away. They're like, no, Ryan, I'm sorry. Come back.
Yeah, no, they were like, now we don't have enough numbers. I'm like, you should have thought about that before you called traveling on me or whatever the hell you called.
You didn't even tell me the rules.
Yeah, I didn't know the rules. They're like, just play. So someone throws me the frisbee.
But then you can't move.
Someone throws me the frisbee. I'm thinking it's two-hand touch. I started running.
Yeah, you're a fool.
Yeah.
Or they didn't tell you the rules.
The other thing is I can't throw a frisbee straight, which I told them beforehand. I don't know why. I cannot figure it out. Like, I'll throw it straight maybe 1 out of every 4 times. Mm-hmm. And, dude, they were not happy. They're like, just keep it level. Like, I told you guys I don't want to be playing this game.
Yeah.
I'm doing you a favor. Shut up.
But if they were D&D guys, it'd be the same thing if they're like, we need another D&D player. Can you be the elf or whatever, the squire? And then you would come in and they'd say you're rolling the wrong die.
I ran into this. My friend Grant, he makes board games. And I was at his house. It was like
I own one of his board games that he made. Yeah.
Yeah, they're great.
Yep.
He has a game called Curmudgeon. It's fun. It's like a party game. But we're at his house, and they're like, they were just playing games, right? And it's just rotating. It was his birthday. He has like probably 500 board games. They just pull out some random elf game, and it was so complicated. I mean, there are like 50 different things you can do at all times. And it's probably my 4th turn. And I asked a question. I was like, can I do this or that or something? And some guy goes, just make a move.
I know. I'm so tired of waiting for you.
I'm like, dude, I don't understand what we're doing. I don't know the rules. And when we started, you didn't tell us the rules. You said just play and you'll figure it out. Well, I can't just figure out how much power an orc has. That's not intuitive. Anyway, that was the last game I played that day. I was like, I'm out. Dude, because Grant wasn't playing. If Grant plays, he explains how you're playing, but it was with someone else who was in the lead, and he's like, you will figure it out if you don't just move. I don't understand.
I like the people who are like, watch me play. Okay, look, I just can't handle you just playing. Just watch me play for 30 minutes and then you'll know. And you try to ask them a question and they're like, no, just watch me play.
Just watch. Like, that sounds fun.
So you invited me over so that I can shadow you?
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I've got to shadow this guy playing Settlers of Catan. So this is great. Thanks for having me over.
Yeah, this is
and they'll be like, hey, fun. Can I have a Coke or something? Like, no.
You need to focus.
There's some water. Come over here, sit beside me, watch. Yeah.
Oh God. So what was the question? Oh, we're still talking about this hacky sack thing. I think we settled it
so much.
God, man.
Would you please move?
Dude, I had no idea what to do with that.
The more
I was
people
like,
who
offended.
are playing the game, the simpler the game needs to be. Okay?
Yes.
That's how it has to be.
Never going to top categories. No game's ever going to top categories.
That's weird. I was just about to say categories is my pick. That was the sentence I was forming. I mean, it's super simple, but you get like this huge variety of answers. It's a really fun conversation every time.
Yeah.
Like you can team up, like if there are kids there, so they can, answer one or two. Like it's just perfect.
Let me ask you two questions. If you would give the points for this on categories. Once I was playing, I was probably like 10th grade-ish, and I'm playing with this is my dad's house. Neighbors across the street. One was my age, one a couple of years younger. My little brother, who's 6.5 years younger than me, and another kid. I almost called him one of my brother's friends, but he would be like, he is not my friend. He lived across the street. He was a real life cartman, like no joke, actual like real life cartman in every way. Well, the category was animals that start with an F, and we're going around the thing, frog, whatever. Probably most people said frog or fawn or something.
Right.
And this kid, Jeremy, goes, fucking chipmunk. He's 8.
Yes.
He's 8, and he said fucking chipmunk. It was the greatest.
So awesome.
The greatest answer I gave it to him. My brother Jasper has brought it up recently. Like, I can't believe you gave Jeremy fucking chipmunk. He's like, that's probably the start of him becoming a psycho. The other one was we were playing in college, and it was reasons for being late, and the letter was L. And my friend Glenn put long D.
Really?
And we're like, what do you mean long D? What does that mean? And he goes, I'm late because he's like, I got a long D. I'm tripping over it. And it's causing me to be late because I keep tripping over it. And everyone, it was like 8 thumbs downs on it. And he still brings up long D. Anytime he's late for something, he's like, running late, long D.
Dude, that's pretty good. I feel like if you have a stretch answer like that or joke, you have to be prepared with some kind of argument. One of my oldest friends, Jason, was
so you would give fucking chipmunk though, right?
What's that?
You would give fucking chipmunk.
Yes, absolutely.
What about long D?
No, I wouldn't give long D.
Okay.
My friend Jason was playing, and his teammate was my dad, and it came on with different kinds of farm animals.
Yeah.
And the letter was W. And I don't know what anyone else said, if there's even an option. And he said walrus. And he argued about it till he was red in the face. And it was a time when it was funny, and then it stopped being funny. And my dad still brings it up. Like, I don't know why he argued about it for as long as he did. It really kind of freaked me out that he argued for a good 20 minutes that walruses are out there. And they're on farms.
What type of farm?
Yeah, it's a great. I mean, this is a valid question, and I'm sure we brought that up.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's a great game. I mean,
in
general, it's hard to play these games with kids because you just have to pretend like you're really bad at the game. Like every time we play charades, and I do mean every time.
Uh-huh.
My daughter will pick TV show, and it'll be Peppa Pig every single time. It's Peppa Pig. And so, I mean, you could say it as soon as she walks up there, but you have to pretend like you don't know while watching her do like pantomime being a pig. You just have to watch. It's kind of like hide and seek. Like you have to pretend like their hiding spot is so good, but it's the exact same every time.
Yeah. I don't have much. I never played charades as a kid. So I have nothing.
You never played charades?
Never played charades.
Wow.
I learned of its existence as an adult. I don't know how this happened.
You didn't hear about charades until you were an adult?
No, I'd heard it referenced in TV shows, but I thought it was like how you'd hear references to like Baccarat or something like that in James Bond.
Like Mahang? Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was like yeah. I didn't realize it was like just a pantomiming thing that you do. And then there was a game called, I think it was Gestures or something like that, and they were like, it's like charades. I'm like, oh, that's what charades is. I had no idea.
Remarkable.
Yeah.
I mean,
Weird.
that's like not knowing what a quarter was. I think that there was a TV show. There was kind of like charades or like Pictionary. They basically
there was
made
win, lose, or
Pictionary
draw,
into a
but
TV.
that's very different. That's your drawings. That's Pictionary. Yeah.
Yeah. Pictionary, man. Things get lit in my house when we do Pictionary.
I have a Pictionary championship shirt over here this doesn't work for radio. But
Pictionary is the game.
We were playing Pictionary, and the other team was on the final square. We were still in the first one, and we came back and won.
Badass.
Yeah, we went on "Sea of Love," which was a song that none of us had ever heard. But my nephew,
you could do "Sea of Love." Yeah, sure. You can do waves. You can draw a heart. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but if you don't know the phrase.
Who doesn't know that phrase? But you didn't know what charades were.
No, who knows that phrase? What are you talking about?
I don't know about other games, but Pictionary, the way that we played it, has been the one game where you pick your team. It's kind of like picking. You know,
you're acting like that's a common phrase. That's like saying, who doesn't know the phrase "Land of a Thousand Dances"? That's not a phrase people know.
That didn't hit for me. Like "Sea of Love" is a pretty common phrase.
Is it?
It's a movie. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm not saying it's not impressive. You came back from nothing. You started at nothing.
Yeah, my mom made us T-shirts.
Yeah. So listen, you know how like basketball back in the gym class, you'd have captains. You pick last kid picked. Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way we did Pictionary. It was last person picked.
Humiliating.
And my dad was always last because usually you can either draw or you can guess. Yeah. And my dad apparently can't draw and he can't make out what you've drawn. And he gets super mad at his own inability to draw. And so he'll draw fucking nothing and then just point at it a bunch.
Yeah.
For the whole time. And basically
that's
scream.
The funniest when they just go.
Yeah, they're just pointing at what they've already drawn. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, two of my brothers are amazing artists, and which makes them terrible at Pictionary.
Yeah.
They draw way too slowly. They'll just be like, buddy, you gotta just squiggle. I drew Mother Teresa in 1.4 seconds. You gotta be that snappy with it.
Yeah, they drew like a map of India first.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta start with Calcutta. Well, hey, should we play Rank Them and then get out of here? What do you think?
Yeah, go ahead. I do have a Rank Them though, but you go. You go with Jingle Master Tony's.
Okay. Jingle Master Tony says, picks or knows. Oh, wait a minute. Rank Them is a game we play where we list 3 defining characteristics for someone. This is someone who's perfect for you in every way. You're going to spend the rest of your life with them. Perfect for you in every way except for these 3 defining characteristics. You must rank them. Number 1, picks or knows constantly. Never caught in the act, but hides the evidence on the bottom of tables, desks, counters, back of the steering wheel, and some walls. 2, her fingers and this is not supposed to be fingers, fingernails and toenails fall off once a month. Be careful holding hands.
Wow. Okay.
Number 3, at social functions, will tell your jokes and butchers them. Starts each one with Ryan/Nick has this good joke, listen, and she'll go for 5 minutes. and insists that her version is the right one.
Dude, I can't handle when somebody butchers a quote from a movie that I don't even have to like the movie.
Yeah.
I think if I do like the movie, they butcher like some major league quote or something. I can't abide.
Yep.
What was the first one?
Picks her nose constantly and puts boogers on things.
Oh God.
I know.
So, do the toenails and the fingernails grow so long that they then fall off, or do they just?
Well, they must grow back quickly if it happens once a month, right?
But it's not as if they're growing longer than that and getting really sharp and what have you.
No, it sounds like they probably grow to the end and then they fall off and then she starts over.
No problem. I mean, again, to use your qualifier of like what affects me the least.
How does this affect me?
Yeah,
Right.
like it just, and it doesn't really affect her. If it's not like a symptom of some kind of health issue, then of course, like that
sounds like a health issue, but
it does. But she's perfect in every other way, right? So
yeah.
I'll go with that. That's an easy number one, and then boogers, picking boogers, flinging them out the window, driving down.
Not on the window, on tables and stuff.
Underneath or on top?
Underneath. Still better than telling your jokes at things. Still better.
It's one of those things where I gotta go with telling my jokes at things over boogers, but the first time she tells my joke at something, I'll really be pissed off that I didn't pick boogers.
But she really works through it, though. She does the whole thing.
Okay,
it's like,
boogers.
Wait a minute. Oh, no, wait a minute. And that's not how it goes. And then you try to say, like, no, it goes like that. And she's like, no, wait a minute. Let me get this.
I hate it when she tells people that I do stand-up. I hate it. If she were to like, oh, Nick just did this new thing, and then just like tries to loop me in, I just want to run away. I'm like, please. No, I guess I'd have to pick boogers.
Yep, same here. All right, you want to do yours, and I'll do mine.
By the way, at that trunk or treat, there was a cool booth of like a mad scientist who had a bunch of different boxes of like, oh, and in here is zombie brains, and you put your hand, kid puts in there, and it's like some jelly beans or something.
Yeah,
he had one. It said werewolf boogers. And you put your hand in there, and it's relish. And it made me want to barf when I did it. He's like, oh, well, I mean, I love relish. I love to eat relish. I'm like, yeah, I like relish too. I don't like apparently touching it.
Yeah, who wants to put their hands in it? And then you just have relish on your hands.
Exactly. I just had relish.
You have to have that has to be right beside a sink.
Yeah, no, there was no napkin to be found. I had to use the Texas Roadhouse coupons. Here's my rank them. Perfect in every way. Number one, gives her number out to everybody. And I don't mean like a promo thing. I'll set you up. I'll play in your wedding. I'll organize your closet, whatever. It's just like, yeah, great to meet you. Call me sometime. She just does not see it as flirting.
Okay.
She just sees it as making new friends.
Okay.
And she'll always want, like anyone.
Okay.
Right? 2, for a while before she met you, she farted in jars and sold them. That's how she made money. She had an online presence, and she farted in jars and sold them. That was her job for a while.
Okay.
3rd, whenever she wants to celebrate something, she destroys mailboxes in the old way. She has you drive her around, and she gets pumpkins and like trashes people's mailboxes.
That's gonna be the last. The mailbox one's last, and then what were the other two again?
First one was gives her number out, to everybody.
First one's number. What was the second one?
She farted in jars for a while for a living.
Jars number 1.
You're totally fine with that.
Yes, jars number 1, and then giving the number out number 2, and then mailbox number 3.
I can't believe that order.
Really? What would you do?
Giving the number out, you're okay with that? And just like she just doesn't see it. Everyone thinks that she's flirting.
Well, as long as there's nothing actually happening, it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't really affect me, does it?
I mean, I guess if you're really secure, but I think it would bother me. And just also just like a naivete about the world.
Yeah,
You're
I
giving
mean,
your number to the person that, like,
it's quite naive. But I would, just go, all right, yeah, I don't know. I don't care.
You don't care if you're like at a pretzel shop and she just gives out her phone
It's
number?
just weird. It's weird, but
Like,
it's
she's
not.
going up to dudes. Like, here's my number. Give me a call.
I mean, it's weird, but
I can't believe.
I don't. Perfect in every other way. It's like you're not.
That's number 3
I can't
for me.
feel threatened.
That's number 3.
Yeah.
I'd go fart in jars number 1, destroys mailboxes, giving out the phone number.
Really?
Yes.
Mailbox number 1?
No, mailbox number 2.
Oh, number 2. Okay.
That's a hassle, and like could cost you money, whatever. It could just like you end up fighting with the neighbors.
Yeah.
Just because she wants to celebrate, like women's soccer victory or something.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Here's my last one.
Okay.
Before we all go home. Number 1, this one's a little convoluted, is a massive Rihanna fan and talks about Rihanna nonstop. She refers to her solely as her nickname Riri. Okay. In this scenario, Riri also becomes the new term for the word retarded. However, she refuses to stop calling Rihanna that because she says Rihanna came first. So people think that she's just using this slur all the time, even though she's talking about Rihanna. Okay, she's talking about Rihanna, but it sounds like, to people who are just listening, it sounds a little rough. Number 2, brags to everyone that she got a 1050 on her SATs and bullies people into telling her their score. If they say they didn't take it, she demands that they take it and offers to pay for them. Okay?
Offers to pay for them doing an SAT?
Yeah. But brags that she got a 1050. If you guys didn't take the SAT, 1050, not great. It's not bad. It's about C. It's probably exactly a C.
At the time when we took it, I think it was the average.
Yeah, exactly.
At the time when we took it. I think things have changed about how they do the scoring.
That was probably, exactly. That was probably exactly the average. It's just a weird thing to brag about. Number 3, calls your mom baby girl.
All right. I'd go baby girl's number 1. I love that. That's great. I actually hope that happens.
You can ask Amy to do that.
Baby girl.
But also calls your dad sweet thing.
Fine. Great.
Really?
Even better.
Can you get Amy to do this?
Totally. It'd be great. So yeah, I would do that.
Will Amy do it if you ask her? Will Amy do it if you ask her? Would you got to run through by your? No.
No, it'd have to be. She'd have to lose a bet, and even then, she'd probably just renege on the bet.
Okay.
That's number 1 easily. Number 2 is the Riri thing, and the 3, like, I can't do that SAT score thing. I can't do it. I just that's terrible.
It's like it's the equivalent of bragging to someone if you went, oh yeah, you know what? I read 2 books last year.
It's not even the bragging about whatever score. I mean, I'm sure there are tons of people who have been very successful who got a 1050 on their SAT.
Yeah.
So that doesn't. It's the fact that you're bragging about an SAT score at all.
You're an adult. Why would this even come up in conversation? Then you're bragging about it, and it's an exactly average score.
It's like me saying that I doubled the bond market,
and you're challenging them to do it.
Yeah. You think you can double the bond market? Yeah. All right, I'll pay for it.
I think it's weird when people just ask someone where they went to college. Like, who cares?
Yeah,
unless you're just wondering which basketball team they root for.
That's exact. It's always a sports. It's always a sports kind of question.
Yeah.
No, it's insane. No, I like that one, but it's definitely SATs last.
I think I'm going to go I was going to go the Rihanna thing first, but that means I'm going to have to listen to a lot of Rihanna. I do not like Rihanna. So I'm going to go Baby Girl, number 1, Riri 2, and then SAT. SAT definitely last.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Nick Cobb, is there anything you'd like to promote?
Well, as a matter of fact, I thought I was going to be at Second City this Saturday on a really fun show where like different generations of people compete in stand up. It's actually really fun.
Yeah.
I've done a number of times. Great room. Second City is just a really cool place to go. But now I may actually be in Waukegan. So, hey, just keep your eyeballs on that Instagram.
What? Is this your promotion? Is that your show got canceled, but you might do another one, but you're not sure?
I may have to jump ship and go to Waukegan.
Oh.
So that is my big promotion. This
has been a real lack of information.
You never know. Yes. Misinformation.
Everyone, stay tuned to find out if Nick does one of the shows that he just mentioned. He gave no real details for. December 5th, I'm going to be in Chicago with Nick Cobb. December 6th in Mahomet, Illinois with Nick Cobb. January 21st at the Grandin Theater in Roanoke, Virginia. January 24th at Jam and Java in Vienna, Virginia. January 29th at Soda Bar in San Diego, California, with Brendan Fitzgibbons opening. Everything else is on the website, RyanConneryComedy.com, and that's plenty. What are you going to say? What are you laughing
Brendan
about?
Fitzgibbons, the guy who last night, he has got this hilarious joke about how the pair of pants he picks to put on during the day is just the pair of pants that already has the belt in it.
Uh-huh.
And last night he was riffing, and he's like, I don't care if it has shit all over.
He has another hilarious joke about belts too. It was about how conservative his mom is, and his mom. He was like, one time my girlfriend's over at my parents' place, and I start putting my belt on, and my mom was like, "She can see you right now." Like that's indecent.
Yeah, it's like I was boarding a plane once. I sat down, and then a woman's like, it's Southwest, so it's like, oh, is that seat taken, kind of a thing. And an older woman comes over, and she's like, she goes to like put her bag on the middle seat, and the person in the aisle starts to get up, and she's like, no, and then felt the need to whisper, I have to go to the bathroom first, and then I'll be back. I'm all for modesty, lady, but no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
No one thinks less of you.
No, well, what a weird, like you're in, don't tell anybody. I have a bladder. I'm just gonna give another just a reference to someone else has a great joke. This reminded me of Todd Barry has this old joke about being in the bathroom, and a guy comes up to the urinal next to him, and he goes, "Too much Pepsi." He's like as if I ask, "Hey, what are you in for?" All right, guys. Thank you for listening. I am Ryan Conner. That's Nick Cobb. And we're in the triple digits, and we really thank you for your listenership.
Yeah,
that's it. That's plenty. Bye.
Just a couple of guys palling around, coming out of your speakers, a beautiful sound. They debate, berate, and have a laugh or two. Conner v. Cobb, for me and for you. La 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 la, la 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 la. Conner v. Cobb, for me and you. Ryan and Nick. Nick and Ryan. The scoundrels of the hour.